Hey guys, how are you all doing today? Welcome back to my channel. First off, thank you to all my subscribers and a big welcome to the new members who have just joined. It's great to have you here. As you know, my channel is all about analysing current social media topics, and today we'll be diving once again into the situation with CMR and Crissy. My goal here isn't to bash anyone, but to explore some of the deeper emotional reasons behind what is happening in their relationship. In the past, I've heard people in my comments saying, you know, leave people's lives alone and get on with your own life. Well, I'd like to say to those people that people put their lives on social media and they want people to comment. They want people to say whether it's great or whether it's not. So people don't just put their life on social media and not expect people to comment on it. It's a public forum, and this is exactly what I'm going to do today. I'm going to make a commentary. Many people have been asking, why does Crissy stay? Why does she keep putting up with CMR's behavior? Looking at Crissy, I believe that she might be an empath, someone who feels emotions deeply and tends to absorb others' feelings as her own. Being an empath can make someone more forgiving, more willing to give people second chances. But this can be especially challenging if it is combined with low self-esteem, which might be made even worse by the public scrutiny and the emotional toll of CMR's actions. We've also got to recognize that this relationship, this world, is something Crissy built her life around. She invested so much, her time, emotions. Her very identity became intertwined with CMR. Can you imagine the heartbreak and the confusion she must feel? Being torn between the love she has for CMR, the love for her child, and the need to protect her child. Everyone reacts differently in situations like this. Some people would pack up and leave the moment that things go wrong. But for others, the shock and disbelief can be paralyzing. They're left struggling to comprehend how things change so drastically, despite there being red flags before. For Crissy, this might mean feeling trapped in a painful, confusing reality. But I believe that there will come a day when she wakes up and realizes her true worth, and that she's capable of building a life without him. And when that moment comes, it will be powerful, not just for her, but for everyone around her. People can come online and, display all kinds of behavior, that everything is going well. They are confident. But behind all of this, there can be a lot of other things going on, such as what I've just mentioned about having a low self-esteem. I can imagine she feels trapped or even powerless right now, possibly in shock over how many things have played out publicly. And from what I know in these situations, when someone like Crissy finally reaches a limit, that moment can be transformative. When she's ready, that wake-up call is going to be powerful, maybe even a turning point that will shift everything for her. Ultimately, for CMR. There is something else that plays out here too, what I notice, co-dependency. Codependency is a pattern where someone's self-worth and identity get tangled up in another person's action, needs, or validation. In relationships like this, one person may feel they have to take care of or save the other while their own needs take a back seat. This can make it incredibly hard to leave because they feel responsible for the other person's well-being, or even feel that they might be the only one who understand them, despite all the atrocities that they create. In Chrissy's case, if she's feeling responsible for CMR's happiness or see her value in what she brings to him, then that can explain why she's finding it so hard to walk away despite what has happened. Codependency can create a cycle where leaving feels almost impossible because of fear, guilt, or the idea that things might get better. But how does things get better from here onwards? If what is being said on social media is true, he has given her the ultimate blow. So why is she continuing to stay? But as I said, when the day comes, when she finally wakes up, it is going to be powerful. She's going to make a powerful move. She's going to discover who she really is. And she's going to see clearly who she's been living with all these years. So continuing to ask the question that people are asking, why is Crissy staying? Crissy may still love crocheting and hold on to the memories of better times, hoping that things will improve. But how do you move on from here? Many people stay because of deep emotional bonds that aren't easy to sever. Being a public figure means that the relationship is under constant scrutiny, and in abusive relationships, victims are often manipulated into feeling responsible for the issues, leading to self-blame. Crissy might believe that she's partly at fault or that things can improve if she tries harder. Many people stay because they believe their partner can change or waiting for them to fulfill promises to improve. Crissy might feel that this situation is temporary and that the relationship can be salvaged. But as I keep saying, how do you move on from here? So as outsiders, we only see part of the relationship. There may be more layers of emotions, dependencies, and personal struggles that are invisible from outside. Crissy alone understands the dynamics, and she may see things that we simply don't understand, or she may see other things that we are not seeing. Everyone has the right to make their own choices, including the decision to stay or leave a relationship. Pushing someone to act on a decision that they're not ready to make can make them feel more trapped or even more resentful, especially if they feel unsupported in other ways. So, leaving an abusive relationship often requires careful planning, emotional readiness, and sometimes a supportive exit strategy. Telling someone to leave without understanding their circumstances can create more anxiety and fear of them rather than offering genuine help. Instead of telling her to leave, people can provide supportive messages, listen to her concerns, and gently encourage her to think about her well-being and the long-term happiness. It's about empowering her to feel strong enough to make the right decisions for herself when she's ready. She is in the best position to do so. She may be thinking that she's staying in this relationship for family stability, but this is a false sense of security, especially when abuse is involved. It may feel like keeping the family together is important, but in reality, the safety and the well-being of the children should come first. Witnessing or being subjected to abuse can deeply affect children's mental health, their ability to trust and their future relationship. What may appear as family stability to Crissy can actually be an unhealthy environment that perpetuates trauma. Sometimes people stay in abusive relationships because they fear the disruption that leaving might cause. Separating from their partner, the impact on the children's life, and the social stigma associated with breaking up the family. However, the damage caused by prolonged exposure to abuse may outweigh the discomfort of change. Staying in a toxic environment can be more harmful than taking steps towards a safer, more stable life outside of the relationship. And, a stable family doesn't mean just keeping parents together. It means creating a safe and nurturing environment where children can thrive emotionally and physically. If abuse is present, particularly if it's affecting the children directly, then the most important thing to do is to remove them from that harm. Family stability in this context should not come at the cost of children's safety. Witnessing the abuse or being the victim of abuse creates emotional scars that can last a lifetime. For Crissy, leaving the abusive environment is likely to provide a more emotional healing for the family in the long run. Children who grow up in abusive environments can often internalize unhealthy behaviors and may either become abusers themselves or struggle with relationships later in life. Breaking the cycle is crucial for their well-being. It is vital to recognize that protecting children from further harm mean removing them from the source of that harm, whether it's Cochet's actions or the toxic dynamics in the home. So that's my take on what might be going on with Crissy in the relationship, because people are asking, why is she staying? But they're not looking at the deeper emotional and psychological reasons why people may feel trapped in a relationship like this. But at the end of the day, I know that she will wake up. She will wake up, and her wake up is going to be a powerful one. The mix of empathy, low self-esteem, and codependency can make for a tough emotional hold, even when the relationship itself is painful. But when she's ready to break free, I believe it'll be a powerful shift for her, one that might ultimately lead to her healing and growth. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. And if this resonates with you, let me know in your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree? Do you have any insights on why someone like Crissy might be staying? I'd love to hear what you think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss my new uploads. Have a wonderful day. Stay blessed, and one love.